Good morning students, welcome to online teaching. Today I am going to teach you the remaining paragraph of your unit, and that is unit 2 Lost Spring, written by Ernest Jung. As you know that she has given us two stories. First story is sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage, and second one is I want to drive a car. So let's start with the explanation of the para, which is on the page number is 15 and paragraph is 3rd. So let's read for the explanation of this para. My acquaintance with the barefoot rag pickers led to me Simapuri, a place on periphery of Delhi yet miles away from it. Metaphorically, those who live here are squatters who came from Bangladesh back in 1971. Sayer family is among them. Simapuri was then wilderness, it still is, but it is no longer empty. In structures of mud with roofs of tin and tarpaulin, devoid of sewage, drainage or running water, live how many rag pickers are there? 10,000 rag pickers are there. They have lived here for more than 30 years without any identity, without permits, but with ration cards that get names on water permits and enable them to buy grain. Now, this paragraph try to explain that this Simapuri, where Simapuri is located. Simapuri is located, it means Simapuri is located in periphery. Periphery, it means outer area of the Delhi. Okay, we just tell like that dump yard of the Delhi, miles away from the Delhi. Now, how many rag pickers are there? 10,000 rag pickers are there, and they are still in the Delhi's periphery. In 1971, from Bangladesh, they just became a refugee and settled in Delhi, periphery of the Simapuri. Now, they just permits the water ID and ration card. So, that's why they get identity, and also they buy some grains, nothing else. The opinion of the Simapuri's rag picker is like that survival means in Simapuri, it means just like a rag picking, gold, survival, fine arts, daily bread and roof overhead. Now, deeply explanation of this Simapuri. Now, this Simapuri is located in Delhi, periphery of the Delhi. It means dump yard, wasteland, जहाँ कचरे को क्या कर दिया जाता है, फेंका जाता है, जो कचरा होता है उसको वहाँ फेंका जाता है. So, how many rag pickers are there lived, settled in Simapuri? In Simapuri, 10,000 rag pickers were settled, and also they settled with the identity, no doubt, they have identity on ration card and also election card. They cast vote and also they buy some grains also. But for them, it is more important to survive their life whenever they find out the food. Okay, now we start. Here is some more explanation of this para. Simapuri was no longer empty. What is the description of the Simapuri? Then so many houses made of tin, tarpaulin and also made of mud. There wasn't any drainage system. There wasn't any drainage system and also any sewage system. Water is also not existed and available for them. It means basic primary necessity is not available for them. Yet they are there due to survival of their life, nothing else. Now, this is the explanation of this para. Now, let's start with the another para. They had lived for more than 30 years without an identity, without permits, but with ration cards that get their names on voters list and enable them to buy grain. Food is more important for survival than an identity. If at the end of the day we can feed our families and go to bed without an aching stomach, we should rather live here than in the fields that gave us no grain. Say a group of women in a tattered sari. When I ask them why they left their beautiful land of green fields and rivers. Now, here Ernest Jung asked one lady who is in tattered sari, and she asked one question, why you are settled here in Simapuri? Due to not having so many facilities, but yet you are here particular for your survival. Then at that time that tattered lady just speak like that, we are here due to our survival means is totally different. We want our children's stomach is only full with the food. If we find out any food anywhere, then we just pitch our tents, nothing else. And so that's why we are here. Our fields were no doubt very green, and but they are no longer too useful for us. They are not give us any food, any grain. So we find out here in Simapuri, particular for our survival means in the form of gold, in the form of fine arts, and also just like grains, and it is a daily bread for us, nothing else. So that's why we are settled here. Now next paragraph. Whenever they find food, they pitch their tents that become transit homes. Children grow up in them, becoming partners in survival, and survival in Simapuri means rag picking. Through the years, it has acquired the proportion of a fine arts. Garbage to them is gold. It is their daily bread, a roof over their heads, even if it is a leaking roof, but for a child is even more. Now here is the definition of the Simapurian scrounging in the dump yard, and also surviving of the children and also for the people of the Simapuri. They just told like that Simapuri is means of gold, means of survival of our life, nothing else. Due to Simapuri, we just find a garbage and it becomes a daily bread for us. If we have a leaking proof, yet we are ready to stay under the leaking proof, nothing else. So it is a bread for them, it is a gold for them, and it is a fine arts for the children also. But the meaning of the Simapuri and survival and also scrounging of the Simapuri's people is totally different in compared to their children's. Both the definition is totally different. Children said something else and parents also said something else. Now let us see in the next paragraph what they said about the definition of the scrounging in the dump yard. Okay. I sometimes find a rupee, even a 10 rupee not. Sahib says, his eyes lighting up. When you can find a silver coin in a heap, garbage, you don't stop scrounging. For there is hope of finding more. For there is hope of finding more. It seems that for children, garbage has a meaning different from what it means to their parents. For the children, it is wrapped in wonder. For elders, it is a means of survival. Now here, this line was uttered by Sahib. Sahib is the main character of your unit, and as you know that what is the meaning of the Sahib? Sahib's meaning represents the Lord of the universe. Now Sahib replied that to the questions of the Anis Jung. Sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage, and sometimes maybe I find gold, sometimes maybe I find silver coin also. So that means a different for them, for group of that rag pickers, members of that rag pickers. So that's why Sahib said like that, we just scrounging a gold, we just scrounging a silver coin, and maybe such a time we also find sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. So it is a wonder for us. It means if whenever one children find any not, any something different things which tempted them, then they are always pushed to, they are always lead to find out something more in the dump yard. So we will never stop them. हम कभी भी उनको क्या कर सकते नहीं है, stop कर सकते नहीं है. That's why there was a one hope behind in their inner soul. So that's why they are always inspired to find out such and such type of gold, silver coins. Sometimes they find also some 1 rupee note also. So it is a fine art for them. Proportion of the fine arts for them, and always they are ready to scrounging the dump yard. But the definition of dump yard and scrounging the gold, scrounging the garbage is totally different to their parents. Their parents just said like that, it is a one type of survival means of us, nothing else. It means scrounging the dump, scrounging the trash, it means us a lot, and that is nothing but survival of our life. It is the totally means of our life, nothing fine arts and nothing else. इट मीन्स यहाँ ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि दो चीज़ बिल्कुल अलग है, दोनों के ओपिनियन बिल्कुल अलग है, चिल्ड्रंस के एंड ऑल्सो पेरेंट्स के. पेरेंट्स जो है वो ऐसा बोल रहे हैं कि जो डंप यार्ड के अंदर जो कचरा क्या कर रहे हैं, वो रैक पिकर जो कचरे को क्या कर रहे हैं, पिकअप कर रहे हैं, वो उनके लिए क्या है, एक कला लग रही है. क्यों उनको एक कला लग रही है? क्योंकि कभी कभार वो क्या फाइंड आउट कर देते हैं, कोई गोल्ड उनको शायद मे बी पॉसिबिलिटी प्रोबेबिलिटी उनको शायद कोई गोल्ड मिल जाए, कोई समटाइम्स दे फाइंड ऑल्सो अ 1 rupee नोट, तो उनके लिए क्या बन जाता है, एक वंडर बन जाता है. एंड दे जस्ट थॉट लाइक दैट इट इज़ अ गिफ्ट फ्रॉम द डंप यार्ड. वो ऐसा सोच रहे थे कि ये तो हमको क्या मिला है, डंप यार्ड में से गिफ्ट मिला है. सो द डेफिनेशन इज टोटली डिफर फ्रॉम one person to another person and also from children to parents. Now next para of this page number 16, third para. One winter morning I see Sahib standing by the fenced gate of the neighborhood club, watching two young men dressed in white playing tennis. I like the game, he hums. Hums, it means slowly speaking. Content to watch it standing behind the face. I go inside when no one is around, he admits. The gatekeeper lets me use the swing. Now here Sahib, the main character of our unit, described his experience and his strong desire to play tennis. Now one winter morning, he just stood up by the fence by the gate of the tennis club, which is located neighborhood of the Anis Jung. And at that time Anis Jung observed that he was standing near the gate of the tennis club. He just asked him, why should you stood here? आप यहाँ पर क्यों खड़े हो? Then he just said like that, replied that, I want to play tennis, but gatekeeper will not allow me to enter in this tennis club. जो gatekeeper है वो मुझे allow करेगा नहीं. But I am satisfied, पर मैं क्या हूँ, बहुत ही satisfied हूँ to seeing this tennis game, ये tennis game को देखे. There were two tennis players and they were dressed in a white clothes. At that time he was wearing a torn shoes. Remember, at that time they were wearing a torn shoes. Later on I will explain. Next paragraph. Sahib too is wearing a tennis shoes that look strange over his discolored shirt and shorts. Sometimes gave them to me. He says in the manner of an explanation the fact that they are discarded shoes of some rich boy who perhaps refused to wear them because of a hole in one of them does not bother him. For one who has walked barefoot, even shoes with a hole in a dream come true. But the game he is watching so intently is out of his reach. Now he just shared one thing also, that whenever these two players went out, at that time gatekeeper allow me to enter in the tennis club, and then after I will be satisfied seeing this game and also seeing the playground. At that time Sahib was wearing a pair of shoes, and that pair of shoes there was a one hole in one shoes, but it dreams comes true for the Sahib. साहिब को ये चीज़ बहुत ही अच्छी लगी कि मैं अभी कभी शूज़ तो पहन नहीं सकता. I hadn't a dream to wear a pair of shoes in my whole life, but right now we have a discarded shoes. What is the meaning of discarded shoes? It means it was devoted by someone. किसी ने वो फट गए हैं. It means discarded, it means get rid of something as no longer used. धीरे धीरे से वो फट गए, तो शायद कोई रिच पुअर मैन होगा, उसने उसको क्या कर दिया होगा, थ्रो इट ऑफ. सो राइट नाउ आई एक्सेप्टेड एंड आई जस्ट feel very satisfaction due to having a pair of shoes. So he was very happy having a pair of shoes. Now last para, this morning, last para is the turning point of your unit and also twisting point is here. This morning Sahib is on his way to milk booth. In his hands is a steel container. I now work in a tea stall down the road. He says, pointing in the distance, I am paid 800 rupees and all my meals. Does he like the job? I ask. His face, I see. He has lost his carefree look. The steel canister seems heavier than the plastic bag he would carry so lightly over his shoulder. The bag was his. The canister belongs to the man who owns the tea stop. Sahib is no longer his own master. Now what is the moral of the story and what is the remarkable exploitation? Grinding poverty, this paragraph shows us, which is also showed by our Anis Jung. Anis Jung ने भी हमको क्या किया है, ग्राइंडिंग पॉवर्टी के बारे में बताया है कि two characters, one is Sahib and second one is Mukesh, in her two stories shows a poor exploitation of the world, in the world of two children, and that is in the form of Mukesh. Now one morning Sahib met again encounter with Anis Jung and Anis Jung asked him, where were you going? आप कहाँ जा रहे थे? At that time he replied that I was on the way of milk booth. मैं कहाँ जा रहा हूँ? मिल्क बूथ पर जा रहा हूँ. Then she said, why? क्यों? Due to I got the job. मैंने क्या ले ली है? जॉब ले ली है. She asked him, वो उनको पूछती है, did you like job? क्या आपको जॉब करना अच्छा लग रहा है? He just replied that I got 800 rupees. मुझे कितने रुपीज़ मिल रहे हैं? 800 रुपीज़ मिल रहे हैं. And also एक्सपेंसिस ऑफ ऑल माई मील्स, और मेरा जो मील्स है वो भी मुझे उनसे ही, प्रोवाइड बाय माई ऑनर, मेरा जो ऑनर है मिल्क बुथ का वो मुझे क्या कर रहा है, प्रोवाइड कर रहा है। एंड ही वॉज द ऑनर ऑफ टी स्टॉल, वो किसका ऑनर था, टी स्टॉल का ऑनर था। एट दैट टाइम शी शोड, अनीस जंग ने क्या देखा, वन कैनिस्टर ऑफ टी, कैनिस्टर इट मीन्स जो छोटी सी ऐसी किटली आती है वो, रिमेंबर जो छोटी सी इतनी किटली आती है वो। तो सी ऑब्जर्व वन कैनिस्टर, स्टील कैनिस्टर इन हीज हैंड, बट सी ऑल्सो नोटिस्ड दैट वन स्टील कैनिस्टर इज हैवियर देन दैट प्लास्टिक बैग, जो वो क्या करता था, जो वो प्लास्टिक बैग के अंदर वो क्या करता था, कचरा भरता था। तो वो क्या कर रही है, कंपेयर कर रही है, और किसको हैवियर बता रही है, जो प्लास्टिक बैग है उसको हैवियर नहीं बता रही है। दैट टिन कैनिस्टर इज लुक्ड लाइक अ हैवियर देन प्लास्टिक बैग। एंड व्हाट अबाउट द केयर फ्री लुक which she observed when he is crouching in the dump yard with the plastic bag, that carefree look was lost, जो उसका वो carefree look था वो क्या हो गया था, lost हो गया था। So she observed this and she just said like that, now this tea canister and also this job's owner is no other than our साहिब, साहिब तो हमारे जो थे वो उसके ऑनर रहे नहीं थे, only and only owner of the tea stall was there, so that's why the carefree look was lost by Sahib. So here is the completion of your unit, ending of your unit, and here is a list of word meaning, and also here is the location, proper location of Simapuri, which is dump yard located in Delhi. Okay then, thank you.